Welcome, theme park fans. Today we're unravelling the ancient mysteries and modern thrills behind Revenge of the Mummy, one of Universal's most iconic attractions. From its origins as a replacement for a legendary ride, to its influence on Universal parks worldwide, this is the complete history of Revenge of the Mummy. Let's dive in.
Silence! With your souls, I shall rule for all eternity.
When Universal Studios Florida opened in 1990, one of its most ambitious rides was Kongfrontation. Based on the 1976 King Kong remake and later the Hollywood Studios tour ride, this massive ride transported guests to the streets of New York City, where they came face to face with King Kong himself. Towering animatronics, elaborate sets and aerial tram cars made this attraction a groundbreaking experience. But while Kongfrontation was a fan favourite, it wasn't without its challenges. Frequent breakdowns, high maintenance costs and dated technology made the ride difficult to sustain. By the early 2000s, Universal made the difficult decision to close the attraction, and on September 8, 2002, Kongfrontation took its final bow. The closure of Kongfrontation marked the end of an era for Universal Studios Florida, but it also paved the way for something entirely new. A high-tech, adrenaline-pumping ride inspired by one of Universal's biggest movie hits of the time, The Mummy. In 1999, Universal Pictures' The Mummy became an international sensation, blending thrilling action, humour and ancient mythology in a way that captivated audiences. Around the same time, Universal Orlando was looking to reimagine its attractions to reflect modern filmmaking and appeal to a new generation of parkgoers. Universal Creative, the team responsible for designing the park's attractions, worked closely with Stephen Sommers, the director of The Mummy, and other filmmakers to ensure the ride captured the spirit of the movies. But they weren't interested in simply retelling the films. They wanted the attraction to tell its own unique story, a cursed journey that felt like a sequel to the films but with a twist. And to make this vision a reality, Universal had to rethink what a dark ride could be. Traditional dark rides relied on slow-moving vehicles, detailed sets and animatronics. But this new ride would combine that immersive storytelling with the speed and intensity of a roller coaster, creating what Universal called a psychological thrill ride. Construction began in 2002, and the scale of the project was massive. The Kongfrontation building was gutted to make room for a completely new layout. This included a high-speed coaster track that would twist and turn through elaborate sets, fire effects, and even a mid-ride launch. Advanced robotics were brought in to create the intimidating animatronic Imhotep, and Universal experimented with projection mapping to bring the ride's terrifying scenes to life. One of the biggest challenges for the team was balancing thrills with storytelling. They needed to make sure guests felt immersed in the ancient tombs of Egypt, while also delivering the adrenaline-pumping action of a coaster. The solution? A series of dramatic transitions where the coaster would slow down just long enough for riders to take in the story before propelling them into the next high-speed sequence. Even the queue itself was carefully designed to build anticipation. Guests enter the set of a fictional sequel to the Mummy movies, but production is rumoured to be cursed. Egyptian artefacts, hieroglyphics and ominous warnings fill the space, while actors on the monitors playfully hint at the dangers ahead. Every element of the ride, from the queue to the coaster track to the story beats, was meticulously planned to keep riders on the edge of their seats. And it paid off. When Revenge of the Mummy opened in 2004, it set a new standard for what an indoor coaster could be. The combination of storytelling, special effects and coaster thrills was unlike anything parkgoers had seen before. From the fiery ceiling collapse, to the scarab beetle swarm, to the shocking fake ending, every detail was designed to surprise and terrify guests. Universal's gamble to replace Kongfrontation with something entirely new had paid off, and Revenge of the Mummy quickly became one of the park's most popular attractions.
Not even the Magi can save you now. There is no escape. Your end shall be my beginning. Your souls are mine!
The ride itself is a blend of dark ride and coaster elements, with elaborate sets, pyrotechnics and animatronics. Guests are whisked through tombs, a treasure room, and a scarab-infested corridor, all while Imhotep haunts them, claiming their souls. But the real showstopper? That ride's infamous false ending. This unique blend of storytelling and thrills set Revenge of the Mummy apart, making it an instant classic at Universal Studios Florida. But the Orlando park wasn't the only one to embrace the Mummy franchise. 2 other Revenge of the Mummy rides were built at Universal Studios Hollywood and Universal Studios Singapore. And while they share some similarities, each version is unique. The Hollywood version, which also opened in 2004, features a smaller, more compact layout. It focuses heavily on coaster elements, with fewer dark ride scenes compared to the Orlando version. Meanwhile, the Singapore version, which opened in 2010, is closer to the Orlando ride, but includes some exclusive elements like a longer queue storyline and unique set pieces. But each version captures the spirit of the Mummy. But many fans argue that the Orlando version is the most immersive, with its mix of effects, story, and thrilling coaster elements. Over the years, Universal has made sure to keep the ride in top shape. In 2022, Revenge of the Mummy underwent a major refurbishment. While much of the original ride remained intact, upgrades to the coaster system and special effects ensured it felt fresh and modern for a new generation of riders. Fans were thrilled to see the ride return with improved visuals, smoother transitions, and sharper projections, all while keeping its classic moments intact. And did you know there's a tribute to Kongfrontation inside Revenge of the Mummy? In the treasure room scene, you can spot a golden statue of King Kong, an Easter egg honouring the ride that came before it. The ride is full of fascinating details. For instance, the hieroglyphics in the queue translate to humorous warnings like "Beware of tourists," and Brendan Fraser's cameo in the ride's finale adds a touch of humour to the otherwise terrifying experience. Nearly 2 decades after its debut, Revenge of the Mummy remains one of Universal Orlando's most popular attractions. It's a testament to Universal's ability to create rides that blend cutting-edge technology, immersive storytelling, and pure thrills. So there you have it, the history of Revenge of the Mummy. From the legacy of Kongfrontation to its evolution as a fan favourite. Have you braved the curse of Imhotep? Let me know your favourite moment in the comments below. And thank you for joining me today. Don't forget to like this video if you've enjoyed it, and please subscribe. It's a new channel and we're going to be releasing theme park nostalgia videos, diving into new rides each month. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next adventure.